It's a great good morning to each and every person who has made a date right here and get to watch the lounge right as we get to talk about what is happening as far as entertainment is concerned. Friday it is right about now, and we are going to be talking about so much that has been happening this week as far as the ENT is concerned right here. Welcome on board on the show called The Lounge on Prime TV, the official entertainment breakfast show, as we get to talk about what's trending as far as entertainment is concerned with my colleague, Professor Lance. Good morning.
Good morning, brother man. How you doing?
Not bad, can't complain. How's been your week?
Well, my week has been awesome. I'm so happy because there are a lot of things that are happening when it comes to entertainment. And of course, social media buzz, things are buzzing, you know, since Wednesday. There've been a whole lot of talk about things that have been happening and issues that have been coming out. And of course, wow, I'm just so happy about our opinion poll today, because today we are doing it differently. We brought them on the show. We tried to sit them down so that they can make peace, but it never happened. So we decided together with them that we take it out to the people so that the people would decide who is going to be who, and there should be peace.
Winter is here, and pretty much on some things that you're supposed to know, and what you should get to wear in winter, and what you should get to do, because like we always make mention, sometimes the weather can be so unpredictable. Sometimes it's windy, sometimes it's cold, and during the day it's a little bit sunny. So just make sure that you carry something warm so that in case the weather changes, you can make sure that, okay, you are geared for anything that gets to happen at the end of the day. Like in the morning, it's quite very cold.
It's cold.
Then as the day goes by, the weather gets to change. So it's very important that you get to make sure that you have something by you that maybe ngatukomboka kumazulo, kunchito, so that you are geared for that as well.
Yeah, definitely. So you have to be like my colleague PMC, always move with like a bag.
Yeah,
you never know what's in the bag. Swagging like a bag. I like that.
Swagging like a bag.
Swagging like a bag.
Yeah.
All right, so you move with a backpack, then, you know, put your things in there, maybe in a sweater, jersey, jumper, shanshan, sweatshirt, wherever that you feel that will keep your body warm. You know, the weather is very much unpredictable. Like on Wednesday, I underrated the weather. You know, in the morning it was a little bit chilly, and then I was it was a little bit warm, so I was like, it's gonna be warm the whole day. Then I was given a shock. Just after 11, then it got windy and cold, and it was like, wow. And I left something that would keep me warm. I suffered. So you have to be prepared for everything and anything.
Yeah, so just a lineup on what you need to look out for right here on the show is to have Aka. So Aka is a new artist, and basically the Lounge, we get to discover them, and also maybe sometimes also can be people already discovered. So Wezi as well, she's gonna be coming through a little bit later. She has a current brand new video, something titled
African King.
African King. So you need to look out for that. She's gonna be talking and just narrating about what that means, because sometimes I was having a chat with a fellow artist saying, okay, you know, sometimes what artists write on a song and what it means and how we people take it are two different things. So basically, it's very important that we get to take it from the artist view, so we can get views about that as well. And don't forget it, Bobby East, Muzo's story, she'll be coming through a little bit later.
Yeah, that one. For me, I feel it's just been escalated. But anyway,
it's a big story. It's a big story.
Yeah, it's a big story, especially looking at the response from Bobby. Yeah, so it makes it big because of the response from Bobby. But hey, today in the morning, Muzo has responded.
Yeah. So look out for that. We're not saying it now, but you can still look out for that right there. So let's go straight to
our motivation, lounge motivation. So this time around, like we always say, we always want to make sure that we keep it local because local is lacquer. So today's motivation again comes from the Eastern Province. Just like the other week, we brought you motivation from the Eastern Province. And of course, the guy is back with something new, something that you really need to look out for. And like we always say, let's get to promote our very own, because if we want us to be big and if you want us to reach at the level that you feel this is the level where we're supposed to be, it all starts with you and with us getting to support our very own, because that's how it is. And in supporting, mostly when you come on the show, you only see artists putting on sunglasses, glasses, shanshanuko. Well, we're supporting Naifeta Varako. But this time around, let's get to check out our lounge motivation, and then when we come back, we get more into it.
Hello people, it is your humble son, Motivated Dube, who's going to take you through in the motivation talk of today. Today I want to simply talk of life, because we have heard what people have said, that there is indeed a lot of symptoms, a lot of things that is happening in our way in this journey so-called life. We find different obstacles, different situations, different moments that we can't really uphold sometimes, and we reach at the verdict of saying, I want to give up. But at that moment, at that same moment where you reach on saying, I want to give up, that's the same moment that your destiny upholds. What am I trying to say is that whenever you are handling your life, whenever you reach that situation, in your mind, just think of this, that there is no any other solution that can really take you to the greater extent for you if you want to kill yourself. Just say to yourself that this moment is the time that I'm going to utilize for me to do something great in my life. That's what I want to tell you people. Whenever you encounter people or your friends that are discouraging you in most of the situation, when you feel like you can't feel belonging to the society, that's the most time where your destiny upholds, in the sense of you will indeed know the exactly thing within you that you can really uphold the situation. That's what I want to say people. It has been your son, your humble son, Motivated Dube, and I'll keep on. I won't stop right now. This is just a beginning people, and I'll keep on wrapping up. I'll keep on saying the exactly things that are really affecting us, the youths especially, and the elders of this country. Thank you very much people. Until next time.
All right, so that is Jason Dube coming all the way from the Eastern Province in Chipata, to be particular, giving us that wonderful piece of motivation. That's what it's all about, and this is what it is. We want to get to promote our very own and make them reach to a level or to a point where we'll be very proud of them and say, yes, this is what we created as Zambia, and this is what we Zambians can do when it comes to putting out talent and showing the world what we are really good at.
Amazing piece. If you were to ask my opinion about that, I love the fact that it's something local, and how creative the guy was, just making sure that everything is just on point. As much as there's some errors that maybe you have noticed, at the end of the day, there's always a room for making that mistake to be perfect at the end of the day. So even the people that you know, people are great, they started like that.
They started like
so
that.
So that guy, just to make a clarity, he's from Chipata.
Yep, the Eastern Province.
Eastern Province. Just in case you didn't know about that.
That's Vincent's second home, though. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know he hails from the southern gates of Zambia.
If you want to see someone smiles a lot when he goes to the Eastern, Hamalo, Vincent. Too much. You know, you can even see the happiness on the photos. You know, I can even tell this human being right about now is happy, like total happy. And most especially when he talks about the family, don't touch Vincent's family, and there's one kid sis that he loves so much. But anyways, we're not talking about that.
I think I know that one. Yeah, because the time she was in school, when we visit, the guy was very protective.
So the time that I'm gonna meet her, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna become close to her so that she can be the one advising Vincent most of the times, because she gets on him. But anyways, let's get to another one right here, and this time around, like we always do it from the motivation aspect, we go straight to the lounge talent. And talents, like we always make mention that those are something that you get to send us in our inbox, that we get to share right here on the lounge. So this is pretty much what we received this week as our talent for this week right on the lounge talent. Let's check out the clip.
Spaceship music, coffee mix, fire.
I think kila moment yalisetoni kozi kubwa zitakuwa Benson akalewa masana kajuspata especially ngapapa lefita kaili takuwa la matuntunta olo antila isukuta simenga lile salelo gale de fulu kale telelo ila tole tolo tupendelo no kumpa kuzengelo kamuskali la lila yesilo munanti ewa tangala nakwe efya kuskulu kamuskali la lila yesilo munanti ewa tangala nakwe nakutwa mestiki Please guys don't grow up.
Pretty much on what we got in our inbox, and when we talk about Copper Belt, that's something that you get to talk about right there. So I had some chance to get to talk to one of the guys, Chozi International, the guy who did Conductor Fipenye. So I don't know if you have checked out the song.
No, not
So there's this guy from Copper Belt right there who did a song called Conductor Fipenye, and I had some chance to get to talk to him where he was mentioning, saying the motivation came when he decided to board on a bus, then see what happens. So where ngawashota, then bus driver ngababa conductor fipenyo, then ngawa feyo in shifya pena mo bus. So pretty much on that, that's where I got to know the guy. Now we're talking about that dance of the group right there.
Yeah,
so it's something that you are not expecting, unusual, and I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with that song which they were singing about. So yeah.
Yeah, even one of our producers is a very big fan of the song. I'm sure he was dancing. He was also doing lounge talent. All right, so to kickstart our stories, we go to T-Boy. So T-Boy, or before I talk about T-Boy, our analyst, the time that that video for Muzo, or that plea for Muzo came out, when people were saying, let's get to help him, this and that, and then people took it to social media saying, I would love to help, or maybe I'm offering you help, this and that. Our producer, our analyst, I remember him saying that if you want to do a charitable deed, you want to do something good, don't try to be a whistleblower by mentioning it to the whole world to say, I'm about to help this, or if you want help, come, this and that. So here is what what T-Boy rather posted on Twitter. He posted something like, I want to do something for orphans as soon as possible, because I know how hard life can be as an orphan. Kids don't choose to be orphans, and sometimes parents choose to make their children orphans. Okay, so one catchy thing in here, we were talking even about this the day that T-Boy wrote this with the analyst to say, do you think this is really a good idea? You know, you want to do something good and then you go out to the public and mention it, say, you know what, I want to do this. Why not just do it in the background like some other people are doing it? Maki too is doing it in the background until, in fact, he started doing it in the background, not until when people found out, and after when he released that song, The Hope Foundation, which he runs, and then Slap D, people only got to know about him helping the aged in his home ground or in his hometown, Matero, after when a news crew visited him, not that he went publicly on the media to talk about it. So is this really a good idea for these big artists to come out, or these big people to come out and whistleblow a good deed that they want to do? So this was a debate that we were talking about, and then I think our analyst will get to shed more light on that. But the part that I like is that he mentioned to say children do not choose to be orphans, but parents sometimes they choose to orphan their kids.
Maybe we can still get to leave it to the public. People watching right now, they can still get to share with us their thoughts in terms of helping, what they think.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes we might judge people why they do that. Maybe they are seeking help from people who have something to share. So for now, we leave it in your capable hands to tell us your views. And give us your contribution as well, what you think when you're helping someone. I know there's always a saying, there's always a saying that says when the other hand should not what? Should not know?
Or should not
when
know,
you're giving, so pretty much like that. And also speaking about the news, it seems like today is all about Muzo. There's a current brand new single, and this time around, he drops a song, something entitled Munje Deleko.
Oh, after Kuma A.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so you need to check out the song right there. So it's basically a song where it's telling everybody Munje Leleko. And also speaking about brand new singles, Biflo gets to collaborate with one artist all the way from Rwanda. So talking about something that is current, which dropped yesterday, something titled Seko, or if you want, you can call it Kuchawama as well. So it's something that you need to look out for right there. Okay. The song and the video is already out, so it's not just showing in Zambia, but also it's also showing in Rwanda on the international TV stations right there.
Okay, I love the strategy. I think that's what Ossie did also when he featured Eddie Kenzo. Yeah, so you know, the song, the video, they are both being appreciated both in Zambia and Eddie Kenzo's hometown. Which one is that's Uganda, right? Yeah, Uganda. So also in Uganda, the song is being enjoyed because this is what collaboration is all about. It's not really about making a name to say Anna featuring a big artist, but it's always all about trying to spread your net wide, okay? Because the person that you collaborate with or that you feature in the song will not just leave it up to you to promote the song in your home country, but they would also rather really love to promote it also in their home country, so that people would be able to hear and appreciate the good thing that they are all about. So now, let's get to move on. Something that has been happening, I think this is now over 3 weeks, a month now, talking about the two Nico J's. Today we are wrapping it up because they both gave consent, but for the viewers' sake, we'll be able to call them up so that even the viewers will be able to hear it for themselves, not only us getting to hear it from these artists. So there's a poll which is currently ongoing on our page, which is Prime Television Zambia. Okay, so if you are watching The Lounge and you have access to Facebook, make sure that you go to Prime Television Zambia. There's a poll that we've put up, or that we've put out right there, where you are supposed to vote on who of the two do you think deserves the Nico J name, because it seems like this thing is ongoing. Despite the agreement that was made, people have still decided not to change or to go about what they had agreed on. So there's a poll that we are running, Prime Television Zambia, or better still, you can check it up on The Lounge. That is our Facebook page. Get to vote on whom you think deserves the Nico J name. That is what is happening and what is trending, just like that. So now, to facilitate that or to make it a big of a possibility, let's get to check out what they did, their freestyles. Okay, let's get to check out the name battle, which has continued. That is Nico J, both doing freestyles, and then you get voting. So you can vote on our Facebook page, or later on the show we'll be able to open up our phone lines so that you can call in, and then we get to hear what your thought is on the two Nico J's. Who deserves to get the Nico J name? Let's get to see the name battle that has continued.
Uli Nico J. Pandala mashitusha na wanga balupa bashitasha Kumi palibine na bafenga ni breadwinner Pandala mandawina beti ni neobalia watina No less than till them they rest in peace Tontokanya amahafu nga Judani ne so dust Bine ni no tusha Ndala mule dusty I never wish if ya mafasti So long shiri mulasti Newo no salenda Tene o salenda Shesho kushaku limenda Walia newo shiwapenda Shesho kufako nga memba Sapoti ukuimanga vepa
Nico J Zambia LSK Kopala, let's get him. Muhipopu nina taking a break. Ilizo ni benzi bazanga bafeki banavipanga banibera zina benzo ona munga nizakazima manje hapa navipanga na bwelera mugimu na peza bakadi bozima so hapa manje ukafunsere kunkani ya rap ndisetili ko long time nizo follow patet hapa manje ni sign na check best nize komenzeni ma kings hapa manje na bapanga ma queens I'm the best in all the thing they thought I'm gone but I'm back heroes guys got my back one day I took a walk ahead my fans crying wanati kuno we are dying niko jena ngani dala without to game ya dwala wera uyipase mankwala kulibe ine kulibe game kulibe na webanga pase film jine guy wapa easy simu manipanga busy King Solomon temalebo apano na lichinja lebo nsangwa na bena muda kani ya haso mula tusaka city kopala swagi ni kweba mwine ba maswagi kopa prince chida bombo chitwana ni kuchirira bombo kuno chilinga na bombeka ni pake munyimbo ya kombeka ni kamiuza chinjine mukadi mumashusha mukafunse shikati welcome to K19 label 619 I'm out.
That you can get to vote on who you think deserves the Nico J name. So both artists, they call themselves Nico J with the same spelling. A resolution was reached when we hosted them here on the show, but it seems like it's not being followed. Therefore, as Prime TV, The Lounge, and together with the consent of the two artists, we have put up a poll that is on our Facebook page. You can get to vote on whom you think deserves the name. That is on Prime Television Zambia. And of course, we've shared it. That is on our page, which is The Lounge.
Yeah, pretty much on that, just in case you missed out. So he has done a recap on how everything was, just in case you are watching for the very first time.
And
you are trying to figure out what we're talking about right there. So that's the two guys using the similar names. It's like me having Professor Lance's name. Like I'm called Professor Lance. He's also called Professor Lance. When you ask me about where I got the name, I have my explanation.
Yeah.
And he also has an explanation. But at the end of the day, what we're talking about is branding.
Yeah.
And if people were to download my song, they'll think that that's me instead of him. So basically what we're trying to come up with is trying to find out how well can we get to the end of that at the end of the day right there. So biggest story, which also is happening on Twitter, is Scott
Zambia
tweeted something on Twitter.
So he said something to say, Zambian producers won't give you your song for months at ninkwata ifyakuchita. There's an N-word, and then he says, what? You are waiting for the right time? Come on, I get leave. So that is what Scott posted. That's on Twitter, talking about that.
Just a brief about it. We can just go back to Scott before we go to Brabi. Yeah. So talking about that. Sorry, can we put that as a complaint? Or maybe an appeal? Which one?
I think it can be categorized in both. It's an appeal, it's a complaint. Because this has has come from so many different people. Apart from Scott complaining, remember there was a time when some artist was supposed to release his album, and then he had to put the blame on the producer to say the producer says that Wakalibo series are, you know, either Wakalibo series are Vochita, or they've got some other works to do, or either apart from that, they feel that the songs in the album yakabonkala nakaja katach. So it can be both. It can be a complaint, it can be an appeal to the producers to say, when an artist puts out a date to say inyimbo nifuna ikachoke padea, so the producers need to honor the artist's wish, because that is business at the end of the day. That is business. The artist would love to be consistent in what they do, in giving out the fans what they feel the fans need to hear or what they are waiting for. And then you, as a producer, you get to delay it.
I think, I don't know, but I feel many other times that we take some things, friendship than business. Sometimes my perspective about whatever that's going on about delayment of you getting a song, delayment of an album, I would like to find out something. You know, basically what I feel is that there's an issue where maybe it's supposed to be written somewhere, just in case something happens. I feel few artists do that because friendship is there. It's like I become so close with the producer, then you know, they start taking for granted stuff. Like for example, my projects as an artist. So when they say I have something to do, I have nothing to say because there's friendship. But with someone that they barely know, okay, they'll work instantly and that project will end maybe in a week. I think Scotty's tweet was valid because I'm pretty sure it was coming from his experience with one of maybe the local producers. We might not know about that, but the only thing that maybe we can find out is maybe just get to have him on the show and get to find out what made him to post that on Twitter. Oh
yeah, definitely. We'll try and get hold of him so that maybe next week he may be available to come through on the show so that he gets to explain more on what he wrote, because it's something that really needs to be looked into, and I hope that our analyst has got something to say about that. This is not the first time that an entertainer is complaining about producers. So I think it's high time that we get to tackle it and get to talk more about it, so that if there is need for these producers to change, they change and become more professional than taking most things in a friendly manner. Yeah.
Just like that, DJ Cosmo has a current brand new single with the man himself, Mr. Thought of You. Just in case you didn't know, right there, something entitled In Touch. Have you checked out the song? Produced by The Magician.
No.
Okay. It dropped yesterday.
Yeah, no wonder.
That's why.
No wonder.
But you need to listen to the song. I have some chance to get to play it on radio.
Okay.
It has a vibe.
Okay.
It's one of those songs that you need to listen to and vibe to.
Well,
on a Friday like today.
The good thing is that since the time DJ Cosmo came on the scene, I think he has managed to keep up the hype that he came with on the scene. He gets to produce more better and better and better projects. It's just very bad that you see some entertainers coming on the scene, they produce one hit banger and then
or even switching. You know, the other day I was telling someone that, do you know that the P Square remains P Square rather as a group, now they are solo. They still remain with the same kind of music that we used to know them. But you find that there's always this thing where someone wants to experiment, they want to switch, they want to go to Afro-pop, Nigerian kind, you know, where you want to switch. But I've never heard Rude Boy or Mr. P wants to sound like Wizkid because that's what is trending. You know, they still maintain and they still have their own fans.
Yeah, definitely.
So I feel that is something that we need to talk about more.
Consistency.
Consistency about your style and perfection at the end of the day.
Yeah, what you come with on the scene, maybe sometimes you might try to polish it up, but at least people should be able to know, to say, this is your signature tune. This is something that when they listen to, even if I find the song in the middle, at least I should know that this is somebody or this is who, because of the touch and something that you came with on the scene. as much as it has been polished and you try to make it better, but there should always be something that people must know you about, a signature to show this is who.
All right, let's go straight to our next clip. On the other side, let's get to have a chat with Wazy. As we get to find out a few things from our current brand new single. Yeah, I don't know if it's a single or whether we're going to be finding out a little bit later. But Jcash, TAP.
Yeah, Jcash, TAP. So there's this trend which has been going on, bars. Yeah, this is what's happening.
Yeah. Let's check out.
Let's get to see the bars, Jcash and TAP.
Under 5 continental. When it's chilling, ila kuli confidential. Fridays, me gonna find intercontinental. What I'm trying to say is that I'm the man, bro. Sitaipunga chite hande. Ngariap kama ni muja na soti pulu mango. Z hip hop ni mao na mupando. Nilipa king size mumenya ni na mupando. Rapa mtina let him visit. No mutima kodi tenga chi visit. Pepe bichi basa sonja ine hit digit. Number plate yanga pa the 3 digits. Ni waije tili clean muma vision. These moves anipeza pa the usual. Mama nizuja kashalomu na euro. Zomo na kwa bandani ni solele la kubiuro.
Boss nigga, boss bro, boss cousin, boss gosh. Woo! Yo niggas quit sleeping on Jcash, bro. That's bars, nigga. Bars, bro. That's bars, nigga. You wanna know what's up, nigga? Go check out his new video. You heard me? Nigga.
Under 5 continental. When it's chilling, ila kuli confidential. Fridays, me gonna find intercontinental. What I'm trying to say is that I'm the man, bro. Sitaipunga chite hande. Ngariap kama ni muja na soti pulu mango. Z hip hop ni mao na mupando. Nilipa king size mumenya ni na mupando. Rapa mtina let him visit. No mutima kodi tenga chi visit. Pepe bichi basa sonja ine hit digit. Number plate yanga pa the 3 digits. Ni waije tili clean muma vision. These moves anipeza pa the usual. Mama nizuja kashalomu na euro. Zomo na kwa bandani ni solele la kubiuro.
Boss nigga, boss bro, boss cousin, boss gosh. Woo! Yo niggas quit sleeping on Jcash, bro. That's bars, nigga. Bars, bro. That's bars, nigga. You wanna know what's up, nigga? Go check out his new video. You heard me? Nigga.
All right, so that is TAP together with Jcash. So there's this thing that has been trending about bars. TAP talking about bars to say, you know, in Zambia, people are really talented when it comes to hip-hop music, when it comes to rapping, and just talking about bars. So there was Jcash doing his thing, and then TAP gets to applaud the young man to say there's really talent in this young man. And of course, I get to check out his brand new video, that is the Mutima video, which is currently doing well on the music scene, yeah, on the not only Zambian but also internationally. And of course the video was proudly sponsored by the Empower Africa. We've been talking about Empower Africa, and of course our very own local artists that found themselves on the top 10 out of the whole entire Africa. We had, I think, about 2 or 3 people that were in the top 10 of the Empower Africa. Speaking about hip-hop, somebody that I have right now, I think it should be last year or early this year, she posted something on Twitter talking about hip-hop in Zambia having our own hip-hop awards, you know, like the way they do it in the other states, MTV Hip Hop Awards, this and that. So she was advocating for this, although we don't know how far it went, because I think I only saw once of that post and then she just went quiet like that. This is not her very first time being on this particular show. She has made so many appearances on the lounge, but for this year, this is her debut, and I'm talking about none other than Wezi. Wezi, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very much okay, how are you?
Very fine, thank you.
Good to have you on the show again.
Thank you so much for having me.
It seems like
home.
yeah, it seems like this is your home now.
Yeah.
All right, so for people that are probably watching for the very first time, they've only heard your music, but they really don't know who you are. Just kindly explain a little bit about that before we get into the gist of the program.
My full names are Victoria Wezi Muhone, and I am a professional Afro soul singer, songwriter, performing artist in Lusaka, Zambia, but born and raised in Ndola.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So that is just a little bit about her. Now, many a times that artists, musicians, entertainers that we have on this show, they always say they started doing music when they were 5. How is it different with you that you started writing your own poems and songs when you were 11?
I just realized that I was passionate about lyricism, because that was the best way that I could express myself.
Okay.
I felt at that time that was the best way I could express certain views and my hopes and my dreams and my prayers. So I used to sing to my classmates.
Okay.
Yeah, but the development came from, of course, the environment that I was in. Ndola is a very, very beautiful, peaceful place. So I'm really, I can say I started writing way before 11 years old. I just started writing like my proper songs when I was 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. How I wish I had that talent. Yeah, I just love singing along to other people's songs, but for me to write, it's kind of another thing.
We are gifted in different ways. God is a genius like that.
Yeah, God is a genius. Now, moving on, you came on the scene with something that was different. I would say your music is a little bit different from what almost everybody is doing. It's all about issue-based, and of course, sometimes talking about or appreciating a woman and what they have really done for their children. What has inspired that? Why don't you just flow with the wind? Apa veviri dan chidunka, you go dunka. Apa chechiri dan chan, you go that. How have you managed to maintain the same vibe?
I always say that my music is inspired by God.
Okay.
Yeah, because in God, there's the natural ability to socialize, because the way that God created human beings, we are all social beings by nature. So sometimes I can write a song based on my own situation, and I can write a song based on your situation. How you feel, I can be able to relate, and if I'm able to relate, I can write a song. So that's what keeps me inspired, the fact that I feel that I need to honor a godly gifted, a God-given talent. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Let's take it a little bit more social.
Yeah.
Both you and I are Manchester United fans.
Yes.
I know we share a high-hello relationship out of TV, but I think this year we haven't been communicating that much because we've both been crying. How has it been? How do you manage to keep your social life, and then you also keep your celebrity stature, and then also putting on top of that, you have to censor what you post, because what you post, whatever people see you post is what they take you to be. So how do you manage to censor your social life and your life as a celebrity?
That's such a beautiful thing. I will tell you that I do not have a celebrity status in my head.
Okay.
So this whole celebrity thing is for people that consider it, and I respect people that think that I am a celebrity. I respect their opinions of me. But I do not consider myself a celebrity, first and foremost. And secondly, I do not censor myself to fit a celebrity status.
Okay.
I represent my true being. You know, what you see is what you get. I'm not trying to please people, because I know that I have people that listen to my music that call themselves hard sounders. They're staunch followers of my music, but they're Chelsea fans. I still troll on them, because first and foremost, before all this music business, I'm a human being first.
Yeah.
So if you're a Chelsea fan and I'm a Man U fan and you love my music, it doesn't mean you have to hate my music.
Yeah.
It just means that we are human beings, we've got different preferences. You know what I mean? So the whole celebrity thing for me doesn't work. I don't consider myself a celebrity. I consider myself my mother's daughter.
Okay, but you are a role model
Yes,
to
I am.
a little girl or a young man that is watching.
Especially my young sister and the people that I'm closest to. So I always vibe to even the strangers. If I can be so relatable to my young sister, who's like 2 years younger than me, and I can be relatable to like my nieces, I must be relatable to their age group as well. And I can be someone they look up to. And with that mentality, I look at myself as a role model because I have to be. But it really doesn't have to be about censoring myself because people are watching. You know, I just need to be genuinely good and kind, whether the cameras are on and off, whether or not I'm being quoted on social media or not. I just have to be a good person inside, whether people are watching or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. We come back to music.
Yeah.
How have the people of Zambia received your music?
I have won 3 awards, 1 ZMA and 2 Quarter Music Awards. So that I believe is a fan-based thing for someone to be recognized, first of all, and then to be honored with an award, say best social commentary song for 2 years straight and best new coming artist when I was, starting out. That also is an indication that if I've ever felt ungrateful for the way that I've been received, that those awards remind me that I shouldn't even, underestimate the kind of appreciation that I've received.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then also moving forward, are we going to see, or maybe are you working in the background to see to it that you do not only make an impact in Zambia, but you spread your net worldwide in terms of Africa-wise, or let's say the globe as a whole?
Yeah. The Bembas, our Bemba friends say, pole, pole, na furwari fikire. Like, you don't bilima very much. But if you follow me on social media, Where's Your Heart Sound, there's one of the biggest DJs in East Africa posted his top 10 music videos, and African King, my new song, is on the list with the likes of a song with Diamond and Fally Ipupa called Inama. And then it's a good list of people. I've seen Bosti, Idris Elba, Sean Paul, and Stefflon Don on the same list as African King, and this song is barely 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
And that's an East African DJ that this is his official top 10.
Okay.
So I feel like it's a step in the right direction. Like I said, pole pole, fully fikire. You just don't rush into things to say, no, I want to become international and whatever. I think that we need to gradually work into making a name outside by improving the quality that we're making here. Locally. Yeah.
All right. I love that one. It's always you first need to capture your audience locally before you go to the other scene.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's now talk about African King.
Yeah.
What inspired the song? The first time that I heard it, I had not downloaded it yet. I just heard it from my kid's sis, and I was like, wow, okay, so the song is really this good. Yeah, so what inspired the song, and what meaning is there in the song?
African King is about crowning someone that is otherwise you can just see as an ordinary man. Crowning him with love.
Okay.
Yeah. It's basically about appreciating a man, or a woman appreciating her man. Crowning, because an ordinary man is seen as an ordinary man, but with love, they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So as a beholder, you see a king, and you're right, I wrote the song from that perspective. But the inspiration of the song came from a beat that I got from a friend of mine. Okay. His name is Ali Keys. He's a Zimbabwean music producer based in South Africa. Currently, he's the in-house producer for Family Tree Entertainment, the personal producer for Casper Nyovest. We met here when, like 3-4 years ago, when they came to do a show, and we were also performing there. That's how we became friends. So the last time when he came, he played this beat for me. And then he told me freestyle on it.
Okay.
And the first thing that could come out of my mind is, I think he's Ndebele. So you know how the Ndebeles are. He's really tall and extremely dark. And he's got like this intimidating presence, like because he's huge. His voice is big. Everything about him is a bit like exaggerated, but in a very good way. And I wrote, the freestyle was based on the fact that I was intimidated by his presence. So that's how I wrote, I did not see you coming. That's how I wrote the line. After he left, he gave me the beat, and I remained writing on the beat. And then after I wrote the song, I realized the lyrics are too deep, they're too poetic for the beat. It's going to swallow up the song. So I stripped it down and I just got piano. From Manasseh Piri, he came to the studio. He's a local piano player.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a video which is showing right there.
Yeah.
Now, something caught me. This guy, they came 4 years ago. So you've been writing this song for 4 years?
No, the last time that we saw each other.
Okay.
I wrote the song, like the first time I freestyled was on the 1st of September.
Okay.
Yeah, 2018.
Oh, okay, okay. And then you have always been a strong advocate of being natural. Because beauty comes out when you are natural.
Yeah.
And then I think many a times that we've not seen you put on this so-called putting on beauty.
Enhancers.
Is it because you were raised a PC's child, pastor's child?
No. I actually wasn't raised a pastor's kid. My uncle raised me in Dola.
Ah, okay.
He's an African king. That's my mom's elder brother.
Okay.
And based on the fact that at the time when I was growing up, he single-handedly raised me, but my grandmother was always there for me.
Okay.
Like even because he was a very busy man. Till this day, he's a very busy man. He's an entrepreneur. He's a very hardworking man. So I rarely spent time, playing solo Joe at home with him or having those moments. But I had those moments with my grandmother. And my grandmother is like, anybody who knows me will tell you that that's my biggest obsession. She's like my favorite celebrity. In my head, she's like this superstar. And my memories of my grandma, she never had any makeup on. I mean, there's nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong with wearing makeup. Let's just get it rare. It's just about preferences. So there are times when I can show up on your show with makeup, and there are times that I can absolutely have, like right now, absolutely nothing. And like some people who are very uncomfortable walking around, being natural, I am comfortable walking around with both. I don't mind wearing makeup, and sometimes I'm just like, it's early in the morning, why should I be like, you know what I mean? I feel like whatever is good for my soul in this day. Today, if I want to wear makeup, I'll wear makeup, but it's rare.
No, yeah. Well, all right. Any last words that you have for the fans? What should they look out for apart from the African King 2019? Are they going to see more projects from you, more videos? What should the fans expect?
Talking about fans, my phone is blowing up. I need to say hi to everybody. This is live, right?
Yeah, this is live. Almost everybody wants you to say hi.
Leon and Agnes are watching. Hi, Leon and Agnes. I really just needed to say hi because every time I come to Prime TV, I always get like greetings from people and it's like, why are you ignoring me? So yeah, so to everybody that's commenting, Emmanuel as well and Natasha, thank you very much. If you are watching me and my steps forward, African King, I'm about sports advocate as well, like a voluntary sports advocate.
Yeah, I always see you posting about basketball.
And boxing, because Catherine Piri is like one of my closest friends. And also football. I know a couple of football players.
Yeah, football, if we talk about Manu, but let's leave it for the other.
Let's talk about local football. Those are the current champions. So yeah, the reason why I use the basketball player in my music video is simple. People need to value basketball and see like it's something that can give you different opportunities. You can also mingle with entertainers like myself, and you can also like touch other people's lives by inspiring them to do the sport. It keeps you from social vices like substance abuse or being victimized, early child marriages or spreading new infections of HIV. There's so much that you can avoid by just pursuing a passion in basketball, especially if it's something that you love. And because there's all these misconceived perceptions about basketball. Nyama it's for rich kids, for what? No. Basketball is a sport like football, like everything else. So particularly, that's why I worked with Paul Kashishi. He's from Unza Pacers. And I'm also a Pacer. And they won like two. Yeah, I like Unza Hani. Those women are just amazing. Okay. But I don't want to be biased. You know, Magic Sparks, they are also Napsa Breeze. There's a good bunch of different basketball teams, and people need to watch the video, see the African King in the video, and also go see him live play basketball. See why I worked with him in the music video, because he's really incredible. It just doesn't have to end on the music video. You go check it out at NASDAQ when the calendars start coming out. Otherwise, I'm working on an album with Elation Entertainment. That's my studio where I'm currently signed and being managed. Okay. So apart from the new album, new music videos, collaborations, new interviews with you, obviously I'll be coming more often.
Yeah, sure.
Once a year is not healthy.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So that's what's coming up next. So if you want to stay up to date with me, I'm Wezi Heart Sound on social media.
Oh yeah.
Wezi, W-E-Z-I space Heart Sound, like heart, Mutima, and sound, one word. And you'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's Wezi Heart Sound. I'll be able, because I'm very interactive.
Yeah,
I argue with people.
Especially KB.
Yeah.
It's very intimidating too when it comes to Man U and
Liverpool, yeah. But we've got Exile.
Oh yeah, we've
amongst
got
the legends,
Israel.
yeah. And then we've got Israel. And then Shefi is also like a Barca fan. He's a bully sometimes, but it's all right. Mr. Kondwan is fine. But yeah, so you can everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I am very interactive with people on social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Wezi, thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, we hope to host you anytime sooner.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Wezi giving us a little bit of what she's all about and the good things that she brings out when it comes to the entertainment industry right here in Zambia. And like we always say on this particular show, we want to promote our very own, because we believe that if each and every one of us takes part in promoting and of course talking about our very own local entertainers, then we will grow to a level that which everyone in the globe, in the world, will be talking about Zambian entertainers, because each and every one of us took part in making sure that the industry grows that big. So moving on, this time around, like we always say on the lounge, we don't only talk about music or musicians, but we also make sure that we bring to you every inch of entertainment. This time around, let's move out to, there's a particular movie which is about to come out, and let's get to check out the trailer of The Thief and see what happens.
And I did not see you coming, my African king. And I did not see you coming my way, no. And I did not see you coming, my African king. And I did not see you coming my way, no.
mwe bakulu bandi mwisho napapata mwe bakwasu mwichitapo ifi mwe bakwasu napapata vashi Juliet vashi nani napapata mwichite ifi mwe bakwasu ndi mwanike wenu ndi mwishi mwichitapo ifi napapata na chifave nika accident nika nani kane na chirapo apati mikumiefi napapata mwichite ifi mwe bakwasu mwichitapo mwikoshapo mtima mwincho napapata ndi mishi vashi George vashi nani vashinangwa mwichite ifi ndakalani ko mwichitapo ifi mnishi Onopa kula wakulu pyanye mwichita pwefu ndi mpune menemo ndi mtumpire sana ndi mtumpire mwicho boneni kulo mwicho boneni ndi mpune meoke na papata mwicho mwe bakwasu napapata we mukwasu wikita pwefi tabakoshapo mutima kwati nimba oleo tabapopere wino wewo napapata nachirese kakofe chimbuya fye mbuya boneni dadi tata bada
napaya bambili ngani tumu rikodiza biti ningenemo banga ningenere bajiriza biti ningenemo rikodiza biti ningenemo banga ningenere bajiriza biti.
If you ask me about Baz, those are some Baz right there, coming all the way from Aka, as he calls himself, new on the scene. And quite very interesting as he's coming up. I love the energy, the vibe, and this is the first time getting to have him right here on the lounge. But before we get to talk about that, awesome interview right there, song Better Self, Heart Sound, Wazy came through right there. So make sure that you get to support local artists, like we always make mention. It's something that we always talk about right here on the show, and we'll still continue going to talking about it right here on Prime TV. So right about now, let's get to have a chat with Aka, new on the scene, but already receiving positive message both on any social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and people are talking about this guy right here as well. Aka, how you doing?
Good, bro.
Boss. Yeah. Not bad. Were you expecting what people are talking about you? Like everybody's talking about your music, buzz?
No, I really didn't. The love was just massive and all that.
Mugai still wakuchaisa che?
Yeah. Kids, and I'm really young by the way. The love is just
19.
I'm just 19. I just turned 19 last week.
Now you know that I was paying attention to your song.
Yeah.
I just don't listen to a song because everybody's listening to it, but I just want to get what people are talking about it in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit about yourself. People watching right about now, they don't know who I'm talking to right here. We're talking to the future big artist in Zambia. Okay. Please mark my words. It's the next big thing. Yeah, so just in case people are watching right about now, they want to find out a few things about you and a brief background about yourself.
All right. So my real name's though I don't like to talk about it. My real name is James Kauma, and I was born and bred in Mississippi. Yeah. And I had a dad, but unfortunately he took off. So I don't really know whether he's alive or dead. I was young by the way. And right now I'm going to stay in Chaisa, staying with my uncle and doing my great work. Yeah.
So Chaisa has contributed most of your buzz.
Yes.
Growing up in an area as Chaisa.
Yeah, it has really contributed because that's why I met people like Bizo, who's going to be like taking care of me musically. He has seen me put it together to be the person that I am right now. Yeah, and most of all, I've met producers in Chaisa as well. They have seen me gather it all, and they have helped me in my music right now.
So how would you maybe just share, you as much as now you are getting there, your videos on point, coming up as new, but I love how everything is in the video right there. Let's talk about your background check. Some sort of challenges, maybe wakubuing yako urapa wenda pa stage kubeba ndo sonabwele ku show. What's the story? How has it been for you so far?
Okay. Yeah, like challenges have been there. Like, I had a show, I think that was 2 years ago. I tried to put up a show in Jaisa. Then, unfortunately, people didn't show up. Like, we only had kids and all that. And I kind of blame it on myself because I didn't have something like to hit the people up. Yeah, I didn't have, I would say my music wasn't appreciated then because I wasn't pushing very hard. I didn't have a team, but anyways, it's life. And other stuffs are money problems. You know, being young and still going to school, you can't find that income to pay for your studio fee, feature fees, and some other stuff. And I don't have a manager, by the way.
No.
Okay. I don't have a manager, by the way. And I remember this one time, like I went to a studio to go and do a song, to go and record, but power wasn't there. The producer told me to pay for, like, help him to pay for electricity bills. So, and I didn't have the money. I had a great song in mind and both on the paper. So I just had to go back and they said to me, so is this my dream? Like, can I achieve it? Yeah. So those are some of the challenges that I can highlight.
Let's talk about your current brand new single, but before that, let's try to be honest right here.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe what delays most artists are the people they mingle with and people they are found with? For example, producers.
Yeah. I think that plays a big role because who you are is determined by who you're found with. I can say there's a saying that goes like, if you want to learn how to fly, don't mingle with crocodiles and all that. At least find some birds to mingle around with and learn how to fly. So I think producers play a big role, and if they don't play their role like really well, they end up delaying the artists to get where they're going.
Okay, so are you currently right now signed under Rico, or maybe you just recorded a song? Which label are you under? Just some people watching right now, they would like to find out about that.
Currently, I'm not signed under any record label. Yeah, and I just did a song with Rico because of the influence, and Bizo, my CEO, like under the team Zegede, is signed under Rico. So I just kind of went there to do a song. But he loves me and all that, and he named me the coolest kid, Bazed. Yeah.
That song that was playing, just the video itself right there, I feel like it's a freestyle. Because if you were to ask me right there, the producer who produced your song, his name is Rico.
It's Rico.
And you make a song out of his name.
Yeah.
How was that? How was the inspiration? Because that's something that I want to find out more. Because it's like you come on the show right here and just say PMC. Then you make a song out of PMC.
Yeah, it was kind of a freestyle because when I was going to the studio, I just had one verse. Like, I really had one verse, but I was going to record the full song. So, and when I arrived at the studio, I was kind of thinking, then Rico was doing his stuff. I think he was mixing a project and all that. Then I was thinking to myself, like, what is the chorus going to be? Because I really thought I was going to do a freestyle, but when I got there, I thought that this man wants me to do something big. So I was kind of thinking to myself to say, what am I going to put up? Then I did some writing because I write in my head wherever I'm at, even if I'm with friends and all that. If my inspiration just comes, then I just keep quiet and write to myself in my head.
What is your inspiration right now?
Like the hustle that I go through.
The hustle?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it from there. And a freestyle about that. Please, this is like your high time that you get to sell yourself to the public right about now. And for the people who never had some chance to get to listen to your product, your work, per se, anything that you have right about now, just to get to freestyle.
Like a freestyle?
Let's hear what you're made of.
Okay. Right. Sungavele shezegede weyo bali nipaila kumozi na yobali ali kunyumba ya bapita basakala ka bachosana kamboyo ngani yao basakala ka zipende ni maheta mulibanga mwamene mu maheta mulibanga bagaigai bene banimvela weo sinidi monga jona inenza komela weo.
Oh my goodness. You know, the first time I heard the whole song, You know, there's something about your lines, even there's that particular video right there. You use one line, which means a lot. You use Jonah, then at the end of the day, and remember the story from the Bible, the biblical right there. The expression itself. What drives you? Just the last question. What drives you when you are writing, when you're just putting everything together? Because it's quite hard to get to think about a line which can mean a whole lot of things, like two things. How is that?
I think that's just what I'm made of. Like Wesley said, God is a genius. Yeah. I think he made me like this to put like Zambia or the music industry somewhere. Because I don't think I'll stop here. I think I'm really going to be like a recognized African rapper. Like I just want to, you know, bring that, like the trophies home. I think this system of putting two lines or two words, one word that means a lot, I think it was inserted in me by God to like deliver to the people and help people with my talent. So it's in me, like I don't do it, it just comes.
It's the next big thing, by the way. I'm still mentioning that. Truth be told, on the launch, we get to bring out some people that maybe you might not be familiar with. But truth be told, check out the video right there and you'll hear how this guy is made of bars. If you understand what bars about or rhymes, and if you are able to get to distinguish some lines and you are able to hear the story right there, he's the guy that you need to look out for right there. On social media, Twitter, your last remarks to your fans, people are watching right about now, and people who would want to get to follow you and find out more, how can they get to follow you?
Okay, my handle on Facebook, I know it's Akabazegede. And you can get to follow me on Instagram, Akabazegede the same. Yeah, everywhere, by the way. I can say any social media platform is Akabazegede. Yeah, that's it.
And the remix advice to a fellow upcoming artist who's watching right about now, maybe someone who thinks their dreams can get to be achieved, anything. Like you said earlier on, you almost feel like, is my dream gonna come true? Am I gonna be there at one point? Are people going to recognize my work? Anything that you have to tell to that person who was also thinking like, okay, I can't make it. I can't be like Wazy.
Okay, what I would say, I think you should just hold on to your dreams, and if it's not happening, that means it's going to happen at some point. If you really have a dream, it's going to come true. And not everybody just comes on the scene out of the blue and all that. Even me to be here, I'm not saying that I'm a big artist or something like that. I'm saying even me to be here right now, I've gathered myself like for years. I've been working hard. So you're supposed to work hard and stay in school. Don't do drugs. Pray. God shall surely come through.
Thank you very much for coming through, Waaka. I'm pretty sure the next time we're gonna be having you on the show. Nina show kuchunga, nina show ku, no tizuja kahirozi.
I pray.
Looking forward to that. So yeah, he was our guest today right here. You need to look out for his music. And pretty much on this guy, I'm super excited about it because when someone's doing something very different, it's not that easy as you might think. Some people are just way too gifted. You can't take away that gift from them. Let's get to check out a snippet of the video. On the other side, we'll check out another clip, Nightwalker right here. On the other side, King Vince comes through and gets to make the analysis as far as the entertainment of the week are concerned right here on the lounge.
Ule skid nine nidi kopa zebra malines yalifulu hapa nichila kona zebra wazegede ndaba wachosa tuma flop wayambo zipalanya kumfumu ngala muize webasopu napaya bambili ngani tumu rikoliza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo banga ningenere bajiriza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo banga ningenere bajiriza biti ningenemo yo pano pazaipa mvelela chekuka chena sivasekera monga yo pali wa muchena riko aniuza ati yo wa muchena bani mvelolema pa mayezi nili chena 19 vichitika nikapinga nivomo zusha ground bantu fulu nikapinga daily muma news ngani capital city I'm all about the bino libe capital city vamalota vivande chichimwana chikalapa nanga iwe ndiwe ndani kuli chimwana chikalapa na vavemba vachiziva chichimwana chikalapa monga niuza rupupa ngena buthi chikalapa my songs ni mahiti but sininatekepo vanifunza ninakosa but sininatekepo vaniita presidio but sininatekepo chosapa bifu ya kwenda kubuta vatekepo ngava wachosa tuma flop wayambo zipalanya kumfumu ngala muize webasopo na paya vambili ngani tumu rikoliza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo vanga ningenere bajiriza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo vanga ningenere bajiriza biti ningenemo rikoliza biti ningenemo maybe na mafans vanga jemo muntu wanga sunga nikatemo nige
on how the artist that we had right there, his name is Aka Vazegede right there, and that's what he has on the table. Yeah, so pretty much from that interview, just to get to find out a few things about him, and quite talented, if you were to ask my opinion right there.
Yeah, and somebody says, oh my God, the kid is good. That's the text that I just got.
Bars.
Bars.
No. like bars. TMP said, bars. Those are bars.
Right.
Do your homework if you do hip hop. Do your homework. Because at the end of the day, competition ya kula mani.
Bars. Okay, so before the analyst comes in, there's a story which has been trending. You know, on Wednesday, people were given something to feast their eyes on, and then somebody in a celebrity group that I'm in was like, I knew 2019 won't be boring. I'm sure people that are too much on social media knows what I'm talking about. And then on the wake of Thursday, who is this guy? Muzo posted something on his page saying that, okay, where is this one? So he says that Anita tamwapusana na baby, okay? And then he goes on to say, only few of you will know what I'm trying to say here. Then when you check out the comments, you know how Zambians are, you know, Olishidu, Walipena, Shanshani, and then somebody wrote something to say, this is the greatest mistake upcomers make. The first rule in Zambian music, never diss or beef with an artist from XYZ Entertainment. You will never blow up, man. So this statement for Muzo has been taken to say, or people have related to it, saying that he was trying to take a jibe or to take a jab and trying to diss Bobby East.
Still on that, I don't know if you checked out the retweet of Bobby East saying, I pray for nothing but healing and God's light in this man's life. It just seems like he is going through a lot. Sometimes back, I sent a word to his team offering my help. If you are seeing this, my offer still stands, brother.
Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. The response, as much as maybe it's people that are propelling, because we don't know what's happening. We know, yes, there is information that in the past, Muzo has always been taking jabs at Bobby, although they share no personal relationship. There is never a day or a time that we've heard or see Bobby East and Muzo relating in any way.
But maybe, sorry to come. Did you try to get hold of Muzo and Bobby to get the whole size of the story?
The size of the story comes from the tweet and retweet.
Yes.
On Twitter.
So tweet and retweet. Then you think.
Anyway, I won't say.
There's nothing about thinking. That's for you to get to analyze.
Because the reason I asked that. Oh, by the way, I'm not the analyst. I'm convinced. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's convinced the analyst. Also, you think people will start calling you the analyst?
Welcome to the lounge.
We get it.
Don't convince the analyst, because people are going to definitely put that as a surname. I don't want some surname.
Good to go. Let's hear your story.
So he wants to get back at me. I think we begin with the story for Muzo and Bobby. I'm going to get to talk more about it. Maybe I can get more details about it next week.
Yeah, but let me finish before you start. You were asking me if I got hold of Muzo or Bobby. Yeah. So after when people hyped this, perceiving to say Bobby, Muzo was telling Bobby, okay,
comparing Bobby to Anita's scandal.
Yeah, or whatever that's happening. So Bobby responded in that tweet. That was yesterday. And then the same yesterday, in the morning, Muzo wrote something to say, good morning. Hey, please, let me clear this error. Yesterday, I didn't mention anybody in my post. I said baby, not Bobby East. Hope Fiaumfuika.
We don't know here. Maybe.
We're just bringing it as it is. We are not suggesting that this is what's happening.
Saying maybe just that people always get the post out of out of context. You get that they have got their own personal opinions. If I write something and then it always relates to a situation, they always think I'm still talking about you. Maybe we don't know what he was talking about. Maybe he was talking about the attitude and the behavior of the girl. We really don't know. Because we won't say anything till we get the facts from the other end. And maybe sometimes when something is talked about you, coming to Bobby's response, you may also respond thinking that thing is forwarded to you. But I'm not saying that tweet was forwarded to Muzo or anything. Maybe just forwarded to someone else. Okay, because there was no name mentioning in it. You get that. So let us not try to, unless when we are able to get hold of the two parties, then from there we're going to be able to say, okay, that's how it is, from there is how it goes.
Let's hear some stories. Okay, to cut the story short.
No, but
no. Let's get it right. No, it's okay. It's all good.
We are not perceiving anything.
Whichever way. What is trying to say is that whatever the public thinks, sometimes the tweet and other stuff right there. But let's hear some stories that you have for us today.
Okay, well, this week has been one of the most dramatic weeks. There's a lot that has been happening. Come on. I think I'll talk about the trending story a bit later on. Let me just bring out the tweet I think you showed me in the past. As I've always put it, I don't have an issue with someone helping, but I have an issue with someone showing off that I've helped. Let people appreciate you when they see the works, than people appreciate you before they see you with the works. Because at the end of the day, in trying to be a hero, you're going to end up to be a zero.
Oh, yeah.
Then people are going to start, okay, Enzo Kamba, so why didn't he do that? To begin with, if you want to extend something, maybe asking to say, anyone that knows such a place I want to visit, or where they need the help. You get that? Not showing like it's you helping. Maybe you're just trying to link that place to someone who can help.
Yeah.
Then later on, they realize that you are asking because you wanted to help. I think we have a lot of organizations that are doing something to the community. And the problem with our very own celebrities, be it models, be it actors, they want to show the world I'm doing this. The world will never appreciate you. No matter what good you do, just do something small today, which everybody won't be in agreement with. Then definitely all the good that you did is gone. They say never do anything to please someone. Do something to please the people, the person who's receiving. I'm not supposed to do something to please the community. I'm supposed to do something to please PMC because he is the recipient. So if only we are going to have that notion as people that are in the entertainment industry, or let me say Zambia at large, we are going to do something different, because this haven't only seen it with our own celebrities, because now it is extended to even some of the public figures we have at the moment, where they want to show the world, no, I've done this here. You get that. Sometimes just when they say what this hand does, this one should not watch. You don't know about it. So if this one doesn't know about it, why would you force this hand to pass through like this toe so that you give together? No. So just move with one hand, then after the other hand, we come to the other hand. I think that is the best that we can ever do, because even the recipient is going to appreciate. Okay, just like I love the way I always give this reference to a Black Millionaire. I think Black Millionaire, even the time of signing Fly J, was after everybody had talked about trying to help the young boy. You get that? But just mere talks.
By the way, the song is dropping today, is it? Today is the 17th.
Today is the 17th.
Yeah.
And and do you know, I love the way he did it. He signed the boy after everybody had already gone around, running up and down. No, this boy needs, I'm going to sign this boy. Get that? He signed the boy. And today the song is dropping. Talking about the song dropping today, the song will be sold at 30 kwacha as one way of helping the boy and the family go to what?
To school.
Okay. Because the time I had a chat with him and he shared the vision and the dream he has for the boy, trust me, you would shed tears. Okay. If only some people, a time when the young boy was still coming up. The young boy is very joyful. Very jiver, and he's not one of those where they want to show off. I think we have met some of these artists that want to show off. He's very jiver, and even on that level, when you are interacting with him, you'd get that length of that need of wanting to achieve something. You get that. So the point that he took, that is something positive, because he never went on media to say, I want to sign Fly J. Neither did he start posting on social. He just did it. Then after, the only thing that we knew, he was already signed under Black Millionaire.
Black Millionaire, yeah.
You get that? So if we all move like that, before we tell the world this is what we want to do, why don't we do it? Then let the world appreciate us. Because show off never builds anything. The reason why in the entertainment industry we are finding it hard for us to make it, it's because people want to show off, me, I can do this, me, I can do that. That also brings me to a point to say, there's a text I was reading on Facebook on our page from one of the fans, and one of our uprising artists who posed a question to say, is it okay for an artist to ask for for a DJ to ask for money from upcoming artists? I think this question has been answered over and over again. It follows the relationship you share with that person. It does not go to everyone. There are people that, even though you go to them, say I've got a song, and then they tell you, pay me this amount of money. They even, just from looking at you, you cannot pay that amount of money. You get that, right? Because some upcoming artists will come to you and they'll ask you, so wagamba kuliza parade nizingati. You get that? Now, how do you respond like that? Because he already paid himself at no, is to pay.
Needs to pay.
If you walk up to me and tell me, I've got this song that I want you to listen to, I listen to it, then there is that always mutual agreement that comes between two people. It is not always where you come and say, no, if you are going to go to a DJ and say nizingati, it's not pass. You just, because someone is offering you a free bus from here to town, then instantly you're going to get that. You get that. You're going to 7 what? Sometimes just jump. A bus stands or car stands next to you. Just jump in it. Okay, come on, go. You start asking his just you don't know what in that person's head. You don't know the type of person that he is. Okay, mostly I get offended when someone comes to my inbox and asks me to say, so how much am I supposed to pay if I could have my music played on radio? I think finally, as I wound up, I know most people are expecting us to talk about this. I can tell that I had a privilege to chat with one of the ladies. We know there was a scandal going through on social media, pertaining to the girl by the name of Anita, and I know most of the social platforms have tried to report it. I have had that privilege to get first-hand information from the sister, because I had a chat with the sister, though it wasn't all that good chat. It was too bumpy, thing as if I was trying to, she cleared one thing. She said, it happened, and I'm sure even the person that did it regrets doing it. Okay? There is that excitement that comes in one, that no one wishes, okay, I'm going to do this. Then it ends out like that. Excitement comes, it happens. Ladies, especially our Zambian ladies, they get excited with small things. And they get people, their role models. I mean, I'm just saying, most of their role models, you look at, you asking, who's your role model? You discover some of those American women that don't give you that aspect where you can learn something from them. You get that. So from there, she actually told me she did it and she regrets it. Okay? But the way we have vindicated her is not the way other people have been vindicated before. We don't know if she's a woman or what.
Okay.
She said the only thing that she can say at the moment is she's sorry. Then the next thing that she said, because she was also implicated in the same situation with some screenshots. She said this was a made up screenshot. Me where I am, I'm not even a fan on Facebook. I just use WhatsApp. WhatsApp, yes, I use WhatsApp. And I even had to find out from one of my friends from within the area where they stay. She also said that person is mostly on WhatsApp, she's not on Facebook. So the other thing was just made up. Just trying to make the other person look bad. I think that's how embrace the issue of togetherness. Then, it happens. It passes. Tomorrow we'll forget about it.
Okay, so due to time, I wish we could go on and analyzing more stories about what's been trending right there, but we just thought that time is not on our best. Anything maybe, Professor, that you have to say before we get to wrap it up right here?
All right, so like I'm surprised.
It's a bomb, man. It's a bomb. Should be careful next time. It's a bomb.
All right, so something that I need to put on. All right, so the poll, like we said, we are running a poll that is on our social media page, which is our Prime Television Zambia. If you have been following this program, you know that at some point we had brought about two Nico J's right here on this very show. Two guys or two entertainers that call themselves both Nico J's, and they don't want to, they don't want to wrap it up or to choose who is going to go out with the name Nico J, or maybe the other one changing to either just changing a spelling or this and the likes. So there's a poll which is running on our Facebook page, that is a Prime Television Zambia. So this is a one-day poll only. So this poll will decide who deserves to be called Nico J, and whoever that this poll will decide to be Nico J is a person that's going to remain as Nico J, and the other person is going to change his name or probably change the spelling of his name, or kuikirako vevanga ikireko either kusogolo or kulast kwa zina. This was agreed by both parties because themselves babidi they failed to agree, so they've let it out to the people for you to decide whom you think is a Nico J, deserves to be called Nico J from the two. So it's running on Prime Television Zambia. It has been shared on the lounge, so if you want, you can go on the lounge, get to vote for whom you think is Nico J or deserves to be Nico J. So far so good. We have 10 votes so far. Yeah.
Okay, that's
so yeah, we're gonna.
I was surprised after reaching a mutual agreement. The British.
You were the middleman.
Yeah, we had reached an agreement. I really don't know what went through. Just that, you know, I think there are some other forces from behind that are pushing that. Because according to the agreement, was one supposed to be Kuli Nico J, then the other one supposed to remain Nico J Zambia. So that's the agreement that we had reached, and they had all accepted, even agreed to do a collabo together. But I was surprised down the line things changed. So I'm sure there's more to that issue than that what we are seeing on the surface.
So we're going to be making the final announcement next week.
Next week on Friday, as we'll be able to show the votes, how the voting went and who won. But before we close, perhaps we can just have a last look on the two Nico J's, what they were able to do.
Okay, let's end with the looks.
Yeah.
Let's end with the clips.
Yeah,
so you were going with the looks.
the clips, rather. Let's end with the clips. So I'll be back next week, same time, same place, right here. We should go on and on. I don't know. Like people say out there saying, Mwatitima will come. But anyways, that's the truth. Entertainment is always there. I know.
Yeah.
Vincent, Lancy as well, right there. It has been an amazing show, truth be told.
It has been an amazing show, and of course, the viewers, I almost said listeners, the viewers that are watching, it's always awesome, always amazing to have you guys wake up early in the morning and just get to find time and watch this particular show. We appreciate you, we salute you, and to everybody that is celebrating their birthday today, we are saying happy birthday to you, and of course, happy many more returns and more love from Vincent.
That's how we'll get to close for today. Let's go to the clips. Nico J and Nico J.
Yeah.
Nico J. Pandala mashitusha na wanga balupa bashitasha. Uli Nico J. Pandala mashitusha na wanga balupa bashitasha. Komi palibine na abafenga ne breadwinner. Pandala mandawina beti ni neobalia watina. No less than till them they rest in peace. Tontokanya amahafu nga Judani ne so dust bine ni no tusha ndala mule dust. I never wish if I'm a fasty so long shiri mulasti.
Back, heroes guys got my back. One day I took a walk ahead, my fans crying. Wanatiko no we are dying. Nikojena ngani dala without you game ya dwala. Wera uipase mankwala. Kulibe ine kulibe game. Kulibe na webanga pase film. Jinegai wapa easy. Simu manipanga busy. King Solomon tema lebo. Apa nombana lichinja lebo. Nsangwa na bena mula. Kani ya haso mula. Lusaka city kopa la swagi. Nifeba mwine vama swagi. Kopa prince chida bumbo. Chituwa nikuchiri.